In today's lesson, we're going to have a look at expectation. Expectation calculates the number of times you would expect a certain outcome of a repeated event to occur given its probability. To calculate the expectation, you simply take the probability of the event happening and times it by the number of repetitions. Let's have a look at some examples of this. In this first example, it says the probability of a spinner landing on the colour blue is 2/5. If the spinner is spun 40 times, how often would you expect it to land on the colour blue? To work out the expectation, we said you need to take the probability of the event, so that's 2/5, and times it by the number of repetitions, which is 40. Because this is a fraction of an amount, you can work out the answer by dividing 40 by the denominator and then timesing the answer to that by the numerator. So we need to work out 40 divided by 5, which is the denominator, times by 2, which is the numerator. I know that 40 divided by 5 is 8, and I need to times that answer by 2, therefore I get a final answer of 16. This means if I spin my spinner 40 times, I'd expect it to land on the colour blue 16 times. My second example says the probability of a biased dice landing on the number 6 is 1/7. If the dice is rolled 56 times, how often would you expect it to land on the number 6? As before, I need to take the probability of the event, that is 1/7, and multiply it by the number of repetitions, that's 56. To work this out, I take 56 and divide by the denominator, which is 7, and then times by the numerator, which is 1. I know that 56 divided by 7 is 8, and I need to multiply that by 1, which means my answer is 8. I therefore expect my dice to land on the number 6 8 times if I rolled it 56 times in total. Attached to show my homework is the following worksheet. I'd like you to complete the first page of it, that's expectation, where the probabilities are given as fractions. As demonstrated in the video, the first one has been done for you. There are spaces for you to show your working out for each of the other questions. Please pause the video now and have a go at the first page of this worksheet, and when you've done it, check on Show My Homework for the answers to see how you've got on. Sometimes the probability might be given as a decimal. We can still use the same process to work out the expectation, however we're going to have to use decimal multiplication instead of calculating fractions of amounts to get our answer. So this next example says the probability of a biased coin landing on tails is 0.6. If the coin is flipped 50 times, how often would you expect it to land on tails? So to calculate this, I'd first take my probability, which is 0.6, and multiply it by the number of repetitions, which is 50. Using my calculator, I can see that that gives me an answer of 30. That means if I flip my coin 50 times, I'd expect it to land on tails 30 times in total. As before, I'd now like you to go back to the worksheet that you were completing before and do the second page, which is expectation, where the probabilities are given as decimals. The first question has been done for you, and there are spaces for you to show your working out for the other questions. Once you've finished the sheet, you can check your answers against those that are posted onto Show My Homework. Please correct any mistakes, and once you're happy, take a photo of your work and upload it to Show My Homework so I can see how you've got on. If you are struggling to complete some of the work from today's lesson, then please do not hesitate to get in touch via comment on Show My Homework. I'll try to make myself as available as possible and get a reply to you as quickly as I can. If the issue requires a little bit more input from myself, I might ask to arrange a time to meet on Teams where I can give you some personalised help with that specific problem.